If you see those little guys over on the right side of the truck as well, those are called Thompson gazelle. They're also called Tommies. And even though they look like they're babies, they're actually about fully grown. They only get to be about 60 pounds when they're fully grown. We'll be able to see them a lot better when we come around the corner.
Daddy, do you see a baby in my podcast?
Now we're about to pass some brown cattle with very large horns over on the left side of the truck.
Okay, wait, it's gonna turn. You'll see it.
Look at the horns.
Look at the horns.
These cattle over here, those are called Ankole cattle or Watusi cattle.
See the big horns?
Those horns are about 6 feet, very large. They're about 20 inches around at the base too.
Daddy, those are called why?
They look like they're pretty heavy, but they're actually pretty light. They're filled with a honeycomb material that'll cool them down on hotter days.
Yeah.
We're gonna pass 3 giraffe over on the left side of the truck in just a second. Those are Maasai giraffe. If you look at their coat, it's a little darker, a little more etched than that reticulated giraffe that we saw earlier.
Okay, look. 3 bushes, 3 trees.
Oh.
You see leaves? Look at that. How full they are. They're eating leaves. See that?
Now these Maasai giraffe will get up to about 14 to 19 feet tall when they're fully grown. A little smaller than the reticulated giraffe.
They like,
These large antelopes that we're going to pass on both sides of us, those are called Patterson eland, these big guys here. They grow to be about 6 feet tall, about 2,000 pounds when they're fully grown. This guy over on the left side, that's another Maasai giraffe, and we're about to pass another reticulated giraffe.
Wow, look at that.
Right here. Keep on going.
Okay.
Now up ahead of us, I can see some white-bearded wildebeest. They'll be on the right side of the truck. They're also called nu, G-N-U, and that is the Swahili word for the grunting sound that they make. Right over there. I'm not going to stop, but we'll go really slow. And they have the largest migration out of everybody on the reserve. About 1.5 million of them will migrate every year.
This is Wilson. What is your location? Over.
Wilson, we're at Monkey Point. Over.
Keep your eyes open for me. We picked up a baby elephant that was wandering off on its own. We can't find the mother. I'm afraid poachers may be in the reserve.
Oh no, that's definitely not good. If we see anything, we'll definitely let you know. We're gonna come up on Monkey Point in a minute on the left side of the truck. It's named for a colony of mandrill monkeys that live over there. I do see some crawling around over here.
Yeah, monkeys, there are.
Make sure that you stay seated to get your photos. Wait,
See the monkey over here?
mandrill monkeys are the most colorful monkey in Africa. They have red and blue noses, and then the males will have red and blue ruffs as well. They also get to be pretty big. The males can get up to about 100 pounds.
Yeah, mommy.
I see a large male bull elephant over on the right side of the truck.
Oh!
Velveteen leaves.
I think we'll probably get a better view of him when we come around the corner.
Go around the corner and see it, okay?
Let's see if we can get some radio reception. Sometimes this area can be a hot spot. Here we go. Here we go. We'll be able to see him better.
Oh, wow.
Very large.
Peanuts too, but look at him eat the leaves.
Let's go ahead and continue. Can everyone hear me okay?
I did.
People in the back, can you hear me okay? Okay, good.
Yeah, a big elephant. That was my shirt.
Yeah, we had I should have put that one on you today.
This bridge looks a little more rickety than the last one did even. So make sure that you stick seated. I'm gonna go as slow as possible. Should be okay, hopefully. Is everyone okay in the back? Sorry about that. That was really crazy. Oh man. I think we must be near elephant country. You see these red clay pits here? That's probably what Wilson was talking about. You can see the tusk prints and the hoof prints in the clay. That's because elephants like to dig in the clay and they like to play in the clay and sometimes they'll even eat it. Now there is a baby elephant out here. I don't know if he'll be out or not. Is it that one? Okay. Sometimes they look pretty small, but they're not actually the baby. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. So there's one that's about a year old too, and he's still pretty small.
There they are.
Yeah.
There's a baby. There's a little one down there.
So come around a little bit more and we'll see. That one over there, all the way over on the left, that one is a little bit older. Yeah, that is the baby. I'll move up just a little more. We'll be able to see the baby. See a little bit better. Oh, he's around the rock now.
There's a little baby.
Come over here.
We can't see what's there rocking him in front of him. Yeah.
It's got no pictures, no cameras. You saw it?
Yeah. Plenty of it. Oh, yeah. That's a picture.
African elephants when they're born are about 300 pounds.
Oh, yeah. Tell her, did you see
They'll
it?
go very, very slowly.
Oh, look at him. He's the little one.
He's about a month old.
Oh,
Very little. A little older than a month.
he is cute, Taylor.
This one's probably about a year old or so over there. Maybe a couple of years.
A smaller elephant.
Now, like I said, these are African elephants. That means that both the males and the females have tusks. That makes them a prime target for poachers. This is a flock of greater flamingo here on the left side. They're the largest and the palest pink flamingo out of all the flamingo species.
You like flamingos?
Yeah, I like flamingos.
You like flamingos? I love flamingos.
And they get their color from their diet, lots of brine shrimp. It's pretty much all they eat.
Oh, beautiful. These are the pink.
Okay, I see some big eggs up here on the right side of the truck, right before these trees. Does anyone know what kind of eggs these are? They're ostrich eggs. I by any bird in the animal kingdom. They're about 3 pounds each.
Simbawan, I see you at the junction. I suggest you go west. It will be worth it.
Sounds good, Wilson. We'll head west in just a minute. There's a cheetah about halfway up. Actually, I see a couple others. We'll move up. These ones will be easier to see. Behind those rocks right there in between the trees, there's a couple cheetah laying over there. Cheetah are the fastest land mammals.
Log laying on the ground, right next to it.
They get to be about 70 miles an hour. They're very fast.
And a sunlight.
They have very good eyesight too, and they rely on that eyesight to most of their hunting. They'll hunt a lot during the day.
Can you see him now?
Go slow right here. You should be able to see them over there.
She's going up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love cheetahs.
They're like cats, right?
Yeah. They're like.
This rock formation up ahead of us, that's called kopis. That means little head in Swahili. We're gonna see a bontebok. This brown animal up here on the right side. There's 2 of them up here.
Yeah, I know.
And there's some scimitar horned oryx over on the left side of the chuck. These white animals with the brown chests. They're named for their horns. Look like scimitar swords from the Middle East. These bontebok over here on the right sadly are extinct in the wild. There are no more left in the wild. So the only place that you'll be able to see them is on a reserve.
See right here?
One of my favorites on the reserve. I see some white rhino over there too. There's some on the far right side of the truck as well.
See him up there?
Those white rhino are one of the greatest success stories on the reserve. They used to almost be hunted to extinction, and now they're doing much better. They're about 5,000 pounds when they're fully grown. And I see a big female lion over here, up by Koki's. We'll move up a little more. We'll be able to see her. I'll come up just past this tree right here. We'll be able to see her. And we know that's a female because she does not have a mate. And these lions will remain inactive for about 18 to 20 hours a day. And then at night, generally, it's the female that will go out hunting, rely on their great sense of smell to do their hunting. There's some warthogs up here on the left side as well. They made all these burrows in the rock using their tusks and their snouts. And then they'll go in backwards. And that protects them from animals like lion or cheetah that might try and attack them. And they don't look like they're all that fast, but they can actually run about 30 miles an hour.
Daddy, I love
There's another rhino over here. I'm not going to stop, but we'll go very slowly past him.
Oh yes, hello. He's about to have a dump.
See a couple other ones back there as well.
You were filming him.
Yeah, before you said that.
Simbawan, there are poachers in the area. Can you help us cut them off?
That's definitely not good. What do you say, folks? You want to go help Wilson? Yeah. Go help Wilson catch those poachers. We don't want them to hurt the animal. Oh, this is not good. Looks like they must have smashed these gates and headed off the reserve, so we're going to follow them off. Make sure you stay seated. It might get a little bumpy.
The poachers are heading east. Keep going, and you drive them to my patrol. Over.
Wilson, we are on our way. We'll be there soon. Over. Oh, guys, these are not good at all. Those poachers must have made these geysers. That means they're really not respecting the wildlife or the environment around them. Oh, I see a poacher camp up ahead of us. I think it's deserted though. Are we too late?
Oh, not to worry. You drop them right into my patrol.
Oh, that's great news, Wilson. Thank you. Say, how about that baby elephant? Did you ever find the mother?
The poachers ran, but they won't get far. We located the mother elephant. Thanks to you, they are now so safe. Asante sana, everyone.
Asante Sana Wilson. Thanks. So glad we can help.
I have to go now. We have to get this baby elephant back to its mother.
Alright everyone, I think because of all this poacher activity, we're going to have to cut our safari about 14 days short. I'm going to drop you off at the nearest warden's post, which is up around the corner. And it'll just be a short little walk back up to Harambe from there. Now this afternoon at 3:45, we're throwing a parade in your honor, and that starts right up in Harambe Village.